Hello everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to episode 3 of Pythoncraft. Today my friends, I want to get on top of my storage situation. And honestly, that's actually very unlike me. Usually at the beginning of my Minecraft series, I'll wind up with a big old chest monster situation. Chests everywhere, storage everywhere, items everywhere, just a whole bunch of unorganized chaos. So yeah, I know in the last episode I said I'd go ahead and explore the Nether Fortress, and I think I might still be able to do that in today's episode, depending on how long it takes for me to get this storage building sorted out. Needless to say, this won't be the only storage building we have in this world. I dare say later down the line, when we've got access to bulk resources, maybe we'll go to the lengths of making ourselves an automatic storage system. But yeah, for now, I'm thinking we make ourselves another building, and as you can see via the torches there, the footprint of it is actually relatively big. So let's go for a bit of a snooze and then we'll get on with this thing. And while I have a snooze here, I just want to say, of course, a massive thank you for all of the lovely support you guys have been continuing to show throughout this series. The last episode got over 1,100 likes, which is just insane to see, my friends. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it a ton. Of course, drop a like if you're still excited for the series and want to continue seeing more. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on my future content. And if you want to go one further with the support, consider checking out pythongb.com/PC if you're in the market for a brand new gaming PC. So what have we got going on in here in terms of resources? We've still got a little bit of tuff remaining. We've got ourselves a good amount of wood. Yeah, I think I might be able to whip something up here real quick. I want to try using some of the other types of tuff that we have in the 1.21 update. So how's about we go ahead, get ourselves some chiseled tuff, maybe some chiseled tuff bricks. I think maybe we just keep the regular tuff and then we can continue to use this as sort of a breakup resource, rather similar to how we've got the regular tuff sort of sprinkled in amongst the tuff bricks right here. I think that'll go quite well for this build as well. Since this is going to be a larger building compared to the episode 1 base there, I think what we're going to do is we're going to beef up the supports of this particular build just a little bit further. I'm thinking we make like L-shaped supports in the corners, for example. And we're going to use chiseled tuff bricks on sort of the ground level here, and then maybe we start sprinkling in some of the regular chiseled tuff sort of in amongst it all. There we are, something like that in terms of a pattern for the supports. I think that works pretty well, but as I was mentioning before, maybe we want to messy this up just a little bit by adding in some regular rough textured tuff in the mix here. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely. Alright, so here we are already with the foundation support pillars placed down, and I think they look pretty good. I mean, to be honest, yeah, there's not really too much of a pattern going on anymore, but you know, that's the price you pay when you go ahead and add a little bit of texture variation in, so yeah, I don't know. I still think it looks pretty good. If I'm honest, the real reason why I went ahead and used various textures here is because I didn't really have enough of any one type of tuff here. So, yeah. When in doubt, use them all. And now it's time to start adding in the walls. And unlike this build over here, we are going to use stripped oak. And we're going to see how it looks. Alright, the walls have been added. Now, I've got a little bit of a decision to make now. And that is, what do we want to make the windows out of? Only, I kind of want this to have a little bit more of a rundown industrial feel. So, I feel that maybe we should put down iron bars, because, you know, this is basically just going to be a big old storage area. I'm thinking of taking a little bit of a leaf out of Dallas Med 65's book and having a whole bunch of shelves made out of trapdoors, and upon those shelves are a whole bunch of chests and barrels and whatever other kind of storage boxes we can lay our hands on. If it so happens that as a result of using iron bars, this place looks more like a jail, then so be it. Jails are secure, and I want my storage to be secure as well. I'd also quite like my life to be secure right about now, and in order to achieve that, I need myself a whole bunch of bread, because I've got less than half health, and that's because I've been taking a lot of fall damage, so, Yeah. I don't know, one of these days I might have to invest some resources to try and make myself a farm, which will give us the resources necessary to make ourselves scaffolding. It's so rare that I work with scaffolding in Minecraft, and that's mostly because I don't actually like scaffolding. I don't like how it works in this game, if I'm honest. But I don't know, I'm not against sort of learning to like it, I guess. Only, you know, if I do learn to like it, then maybe I could do a better job in terms of staying alive while building and not taking a whole bunch of unnecessary damage. So, our iron supply is looking kind of okay. I don't think I'm going to need a full stack of iron bars. I'm thinking maybe 48 might do the job. I mean, I don't know. I've not really tallied up just how many things I'm going to need here, but this is definitely the way forward, I think. Wow, wasn't far off with my estimates in my head in terms of how many iron bars I need. There we are. So, now we have the task of trying to add in a floor, and I think rather similar to the episode 1 base, a nice white floor, I think, would go quite nicely. So, since we're going for a bit of a orangey, browny, yellowy type texture here with the oak wood, I figured that what would probably work quite well alongside it in terms of the stairs we're using is maybe sandstone. So that is why we're giving it a go. And yeah, do you know what? I actually think that works quite nicely. I never thought I would use sandstone alongside tuff. Well, that's one of the things I'm really trying my best to do in this series, is trying different blocks that I wouldn't ordinarily use together, or maybe just blocks I don't use in the first place. That's something I want to try and change in this series. All of the sandstone has been placed down. It's looking pretty nice. The doorway, of course, being right here. Now, before we get on with the interior, I did have a little bit of an idea as to something we could potentially do. I was thinking maybe we could have like a second layer to this, but it'd be sort of smaller, so it almost kind of looks like kind of a castle, maybe? So there's like a bit of a square area at the top, maybe with some additional storage, and then around the outside is a little bit of a, I don't know, a little bit of an outdoor walkway or something. Before we do that though, I need myself some more diorite, so we can get the floor placed down and maybe some stairs added in to allow ourselves to get to the second layer of that building. So here we go, my friends. It's back to the mines. And actually, while we're here, I might as well grab myself some more tuff as well. Only, yeah, if we're doing that whole second layer idea, then yeah, we're definitely going to need more tuff, aren't we? So, let's get this thing rolling, shall we? Don't mind if I do. I'll take the coal as well. And here we go, my friends. Pretty much going until my pickaxe runs out. And what have we got? About 2 stacks of tuff and just over 2 stacks of diorite. Okay, that is a good amount to be getting on with. What the heck is this? Why is there just a random drowned in my little bay area here? That is hilarious. There's no way that guy spawned there. He must have made his way over from the river or the ocean at some point and I just not noticed him. That's crazy. Alrighty, so here we are back at base, and it's time to get the floor in. So let's get this thing done, eh, folks? Alright, so here's what we got going on with the floor. We've got these nice polished pathways here, and the regular bird poop diorite is where the shelves are going to be hosted, basically. So yeah, we're going to have shelves against the walls over here. We're going to have shelves sort of in the middle here. Yeah, it might seem a little bit claustrophobic, perhaps, but one of the other ideas I had was maybe not having shelves in the middle here. Maybe we could just have a couple of barrels just sort of on the ground or something like that. In these little spaces back here, I must admit, I'm not entirely sure just yet. Maybe we just have some hanging lanterns or something. Maybe I could fit a mini utility area into each of them. Maybe a crafting table, furnace, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I think it'll be a nice idea to have this be like a one-stop shop for resource gathering and smelting and all that kind of stuff. The biggest thing I need to try and figure out is how exactly I'm going to do the top level here. I think for the most part, we're just going to sort of replicate what we've got going on with the builds that we've done so far. We're going to have ourselves top in the corners and then some sort of alternate texture on the inside. So in this case, it'll be stripped oak wood. You know what? Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Maybe I just have myself like a nice simple ladder right there. I mean, you know, why not? It will certainly rid this part here, which sort of gets in the way of the rest of the building that I'm going to be doing. Yeah, I mean, why overcomplicate? Let's just do this thing. Let's get a ladder in here, shall we? You know what? I've got it. I've got it. This is the idea. We have a large pillar in the middle, and then we can have the ladder be hosted upon that. Why didn't I think of that earlier? Checking this build out from the bottom, a little bit of a progress update. It's looking kind of alright so far. I'm liking the birch fences. I think they go very, very well with the sandstone that we've got going on. Yeah, it's looking good. I can't wait to have it finished. Like, truly, I think it's going to look great. Just getting the little doorways added in for the second layer here. The infrastructure is just about there, aside from getting, you know, the stairs and iron bars in. We've got the flooring up here. We can have ourselves 2 shelves adjoining the wall here, so that's actually quite nice. And then we've got sort of the central support pillar as well. All right. I think we've got something pretty good here. All we need to do is just sort of get it done, get the shelves in, get some chests and barrels in, and then this place will officially be done. Oh, and for any of you guys wondering where I got all the sandstone from for this, I basically dug back down to the shipwreck and got myself a bunch of sandstone from down there. Certainly better going at it that way rather than getting, what, 4 stacks of sand for 1 stack of sandstone? That is such an awful conversion rate, isn't it? But I guess it does make sense. I mean, technically, you're compressing the sand into sandstone, so it makes sense, I guess. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Oh no, I don't think we're going off iron bars here, folks, and I'm out of iron as well. I've been able to use the iron to make myself replacement iron tools. Oh, we got like, what, 4 more iron bars that we need? Ah, jeez. All right, we're going to have to go back down to the caves, aren't we? Here we are. We don't need much of it, just enough to make myself 1 more load of iron bars, and then we're good. A little bit of a surplus won't hurt, though, I guess. All right, so there's the iron. Where's all me nuggies? There they are. I might be able to make at least some lanterns out of all of that. And now we pop inside and we start placing down all of this lighting. And while we do so, I can just go through a couple of little bits and bobs that I've done. I've actually gone ahead and lessened the height of the roof a little bit because it was looking a little bit untidy underneath, so I just decided to have a nice cut sandstone slab roof here, so it looks very, very nice. We've got a nice smoothed off roof up here as well, which is lovely. And what I'd like to do, the thing that I'd like to achieve, is for there to be absolutely no torches in here whatsoever. So yeah, here we go. We could put down some little sort of semi-hidden lanterns in these little recesses here. That's a pretty good way to go. And checking out the light levels in here. Yeah, it's looking all right. Got the iron bars needed to finish that little bit off. And now I'm thinking maybe some sort of exterior lighting. Not entirely sure how I'm going to achieve it just yet. I was thinking maybe some birch fences and then have some lanterns dangling off of it. That could be a pretty nice way to go. It does mean using quite a lot of iron to make the lanterns, though. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, it's taken some time, but here we are. We've got ourselves a bunch of birch fences with a bunch of dangling lanterns for the exterior. And it is looking good. I think that was a good idea on my part. Nice little bit of lighting here. Yeah. All right. So now we can start focusing on the interior finally. Only the structure of this thing is now done. So all we need now basically are what? Trapdoors, chests, and barrels. All of which require a decent amount of wood. Good thing we've got ourselves a forest nearby. So here we go. A whole bunch of shelves have been placed in. And, well, actually, it turns out they use quite a lot more resources than I first thought. We do still have ourselves a stack of birch logs, so we can get ourselves some decent progress made here. But this is the sort of thing that we're going for. Whole bunch of shelves, and upon those shelves there's going to be barrels and chests, and obviously some underneath as well. Time to start populating this bad boy then, my friends. So here we are, we've got a barrel. Then up the top here we could probably have like a nice little double chest. Maybe down here we do the inverse. Maybe we have ourselves a chest down bottom and then a barrel up top like that. I think that works quite nicely. Then maybe over here we could have maybe a couple of barrels, and then up top we could have ourselves a few chests, maybe one like that, maybe just a single one at the edge here, and yeah, I think you get the idea. We're sort of sporadically placing in all of the little storage containers right now. And maybe in some of the blank gaps, we could have some other things. Maybe some flower pots, maybe, I don't know, maybe even an armor stand, for example. All that kind of lovely stuff. You may also be able to notice we've got some little utility areas in here now. We've got a blast furnace, we've got a smoker, we've got a regular furnace with a stone cutter, crafting table, and then a composter. And then up there, there's another crafting table. So, yeah, we're doing a pretty good job in terms of populating this. I dare say there's better looking trapdoors to use for shelving units, but just what I had in the highest amount, so yeah, that's why we went for it. I mean, it looks kind of alright. The yellow goes well with its surroundings at the very least. And there we go. Plenty of storage containers placed down. I dare say we'll wind up decorating this even further. Maybe get some item frames in here and all that kind of stuff. But certainly for now, we are looking pretty darn good, I think. It looks like a proper little industrial type warehouse, doesn't it? I love it. I really, really do. The exterior looks great. The interior, although basic, also looks pretty great, I think. So there we are. Not a bad build at all today, eh, my friends? It definitely took more time than I first thought, though. Unfortunately, we don't have any time to head into the nether and check out that nether fortress. But I guarantee you, folks, next episode, we'll get to that, alongside probably getting the interior of this thing fully finished. For now, though, I am out of time to record today's episode. So to wrap up, of course, we've got some well-deserved shout-outs to give. We've actually got Shulks again with the $6 Canadian $99 donation. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Really appreciate that. We've also got Willie E. Coyote with the €10 donation. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the donos there, friendos. It really does mean the world to me. Truly, it does. So, to wrap up, we have the comment of the day. Gamercore says, copper and its variants make a nice gradient with prismarine. So maybe that can be the color palette for the mega base. Yeah, buddy. I think that's a great idea. It goes quite well with the colors of the Guardians as well. The Guardians are sort of orangey blue, aren't they? So it makes sense, doesn't it? That's a really cool idea. So yeah, thank you for that. And of course, a massive thank you to all of you folks for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed today's episode and the build that we've done today, please do be sure to head down beneath the video and spend a second to drop a like. Of course, if you have any hints, tips, feedback, suggestions regarding this build, maybe there's some other things you think I should be adding to this thing, then head down to the comments area and let me know. But for now, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for all of your lovely support, and I shall see you folks in the next episode. Bye-bye!